Will you dare to love? Millennials and Gen Z, I want you to order my new book, Millennial and Gen Z Guide to Marriage, Love in the Age of Lies, Deception, and Mistrust by Natural Ferreira, because this is our time. Available today on Amazon, iTunes, and Audible.
So let's talk about how Elon Musk is just in another flipping world, man. And I get a similar sentiment when I look at his face as how I feel when I look at Donald Trump's face. It just looks like, I'd say it's sunken. It looks sunken. Like the eyes look sunken. The lips, the mouth, the skin looks dry. And it just looks like not doing so well. It's not going well. The protecting all the trolls and fearmongers and white supremacists and KKK grannies. It just looks like it's not really going well for these men. And protecting their billionaire cronies and their millions and billions. And, I don't think it's going well. But anyway, you guys know how I feel about Elon Musk. If you don't, just go and look at my other videos on him. I think he's not good for the U.S. Like, I understand that he's pushed innovation forward, but it seems like he really is not very emotionally intelligent. And believe it or not, I mean, a CEO at this level, especially one who's dipping his hands so much within the government sector, really needs to understand people. I mean, he doesn't understand people. He only understands one set of people who's expressing all their grievances and making America a miserable place to live in. And he's not even American. I mean, he's American, but he was born in South Africa. I mean, I don't know. It just looks like a disaster waiting to happen. And you guys know how I feel about Don Lemon. We talked a little bit about that earlier in the segment. I was very disappointed in CNN when they let go of Don Lemon over some BS, because of, I guess, what he said about Nikki Haley, and replaced him with the woman whose face actually looks like she sucked on a lemon. And Vivek Ramaswamy, that planted interview with Vivek Ramaswamy. I'm convinced that it was pretty much that. And since then, I have not followed CNN. I'm waiting for them to either, bring us somebody with, a brown minority, somebody who looks like me, man, woman, whatever, but, put some representation in there. Anyway, I mean, they had Karen Hunter on there at some point, that had Roland Martin on there. They kind of have a reputation of not giving the black voice a chance. But anyway, so this is an article from Yahoo News. It says, Don Lemon tells Elon Musk that X replies are not necessarily fact after the tech billionaire uses them to defend his DEI stance. So I could read the article, but honestly, let me just give you what I remember from looking at it. And I'm really excited to watch Don Lemon's show. I don't really know the specifics of where it is. I was a little bit confused on that. So once I understand exactly where it is, how I can find it, I'm definitely going to be there, because I've always supported him. But Elon Musk essentially said that you should, the same crap that people like him and Charlie Kirk have been repeating back and forth. Lies that say that people who are hired because of diversity, equity, and inclusion programs are there, but they're less qualified. They're not there because they're less qualified. They got to present the same credentials. They got to present the same experience, the same studies, the same competencies, all of the same things. Same hard skills, same soft skills, all that good stuff. Same recos, same past work histories, same trainings, same accreditations, same certifications, all the same things. It's just the companies that hire them are held accountable to show that they're showing some diversity in their hirings. Okay? That's what DEI is. That's what affirmative action is. Because the truth of the matter is, America comes from racism. South Africa comes from slavery and apartheid, okay? Where one race has said, we are superior, we know better, we do better, and that's just the way it is. And then the law started to change. Programs like DEI, programs like affirmative action, make sure that the government, society, the workforce talks the talk, but also walks the walk. If you work in the corporate world, you guys know that any, annual report, any end of the year report, any, PR handbook, investors handbook can say, our company toots a multicultural, diverse, and welcoming team. Any company can toot that. But does it really show it? Because I know that black people make up 13% of the U.S. But are 13%, is 13% of the workforce reflecting that? And then you might say, Najwa, oh, well, not all of those 13% of people have the right certification, trade, skills, etc. Yeah, but many of them do. And they get passed up, possibly, just possibly, because of unconscious bias. And that's the emotional intelligence, the gray space that exists outside of the black and white that people like Elon Musk do not understand. And he follows conspiracy theories, rabbit holes, white supremacists, trolls, and conspiracy theorists on Twitter, on X, and he believes them. He takes them as fact. And so Don Lemon essentially said, you can't take Twitter tweets for facts, And Elon Musk was not happy about that. The face that he gave him looked like the face your friggin' Aunt Eustace or like your grandma Esther will give you. Like, he just looked like he was like malfunctioning or something. Okay. The other thing, there was a pay package. I can't remember how much it was. Pay package. And people in the comments were talking about it. He was trying to get this Tesla pay package approved. His pay package, that is. And people in the comments were saying, like, from this news coverage I was watching about this, they were like, is that what rich people call their salary? A pay package? He was trying to get some 52 billion or something approved. Was it 52 billion? Don't quote me on the number because I cannot completely remember, but it was some absurd, gross amount of money. How did we let these billionaires who used to make 100 times the salary of their average employees, just like 20, 30 years ago, go to 1,000 times the salary of their average employee? How did we let ourselves sink into this place? It's time to dig it out. It's not right. It's not right. This corporate greed has to stop. AI, neural chips, any of the other stupid stuff I could think about. This is not for us. It's not to push science forward. It's the same stuff that's in Iceman Inheritance. It's gross greed, capitalism, materialism that's destroying the planet, destroying the human race, destroying ecosystems, destroying the earth in the process. And it's just atrocious. And it's also destroying regular people's lives, people who work 50 million times harder than a lot of these CEOs, these billionaires who are pushing these far right, conservative, insane, stances, and they get paid, 1,000, 2,000 times less. So I thought that pay package thing was weird. I think I can't remember what authority didn't approve it. They dismissed it. I want to say it was an authority like the appeals court. I can't remember. If I find that out, we'll chat about that further. But I just thought that that was weird. And the last thing was this Neuralink. So apparently Elon Musk has this company that's creating chips. Yeah, those kinds of chips, electronic chips, to insert into your brain so you can control your phone. Yeah, that's what's happening right now, and our planet's already being flipping destroyed because of companies that just have to crank out our laptops and our cars and our SUVs and our washing machines. Okay, I get it. We need our stuff. But dude, quite literally, we're about to destroy the planet. AI is already, I think it's on one of our highest, it's top of mind as far as threats go. It's top of mind. We all saw that movie I, Robot, right? Yeah, and this dude is creating a chip to put in your mind. No one asked for this. It's just like I said about social media. Social media is a place, although I understand I'm talking to you through a social media platform, social media is a place of such toxicity, and the powers that be have made it that way. They've made it so polarizing. It doesn't have to be that way. And it's, we never asked for this. We never asked for this. And I feel the same thing about Elon Musk's neural chip. We never asked for this. And I cannot even begin to talk about the ethical stuff, a publicly owned company, a privately owned company, being able to tap into people's actual thoughts. Yeah, that's not going to go wrong at all. So we're going to do a bigger, deeper dive into AI soon. I really want to talk to you guys about this because I've been eyeing it for a while. But let's save that for later. We're even going to talk about the implications on the planet that it may have. We'll talk about the implications on minorities that it may have. But I'm holding on to that one because it's a big thing. But let's get back to Don Lemon. So on Reddit, this is what some people said. Some people said, so someone said, anyone who worked at SpaceX in the old days knows Elon is stupid. It's why SpaceX did better when he put the COO, who actually, knows S, in charge. Elon, a good snake oil salesman, and that's it. But even that has altered. And I don't want to be mean to people. And I get the sense that the guy feels a little defensive. I get the sense that the guy is like, okay, everybody's coming after me. And I understand that. I know that this is someone's son. This is someone's father. I get it. But dude, you're doing major damage. You got major power in your hands. And with great power comes great responsibility. All right? Just like Tobey Maguire said back in the early 2000s. Or nigga, the dude who played Tobey Maguire's the stepdad or whoever that dude was. You know what I'm talking about. With great power comes great responsibility. And it seems like you're shirking that a little bit, my friend Elon. So someone says, TLDR, the headline says it all. Elon tries to use replies to his ex posts as evidence to support the argument diverse pilots made the engine fall off a plane. And you know what? I've been watching the stuff with Boeing. I've been watching all of these things happening with different corporations. And it looks like total negligence. And I think to myself, you know what? I wish that they would hire some young minority people to get in there. They'd be doing much better. Because you got some people out here who are really hungry. They're really committed. They got themselves together and they will work 3 times as hard for you. Because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for that chance. And, I honestly think once companies start to realize that, they will capitalize on minority groups, diversity within their company, especially black employees within their company, managers and leaders in their company. But nope, Elon and Trump and people of this ilk are still... They were rather focused on division than unity. to move forward, or just avoiding it. Elon said during this Don Lemon interview, the way that you solve racism is to stop talking about it. That's exactly what some out of touch white dude would say. No, man. No. Like, do you know that black people have to look every single day on the TV of black people being slaughtered by the police, by their neighbors? Quite literally, by their neighbors. What was that girl, Tamla, what was her last name? I can't think. Tamla. Black chick at a sleepover, with her good girlfriends. Mysteriously shows up dead. That young kid who was found in a sugar plantation just had gone on a play date with his friend and his friend's mom. Just shows up dead with gashes on his face, looking unrecognizable. George Floyd, and then look at the landscape of the workforce, how we try so hard, we work so hard, and we're held up to higher standards, and we have to work 4 times as hard, and we still don't get half as many opportunities. The exact example of that was sitting right in front of Mr. Elon Musk. It's Don Lemon. So, the irony, it's there, and we'll leave that there. Moving on. I want to know what you guys think about that. Let me know in the comments.